Every scar on my body is a reminder of that day and of my loss.
A Clark County judge hands down a lengthy prison term after a deadly DUI crash tonight. How the victim's family is describing the verdict and why they say no one truly wins. Only on Fox 5, a major player at the state line is shutting down multiple operations. The new plan to save jobs, keep gas flowing, and secure any empty buildings. The planes are parked, but the fallout is just taking off. A local flight attendant shares the email that changed everything and what she's doing now to stay afloat after the shutdown of Spirit Airlines.
We are local, Las Vegas. Fox 5 News starts now.
A Clark County judge is refusing to raise bail for a man accused in a deadly North Las Vegas DUI crash that killed a 17-year-old girl and badly hurt her sister. Prosecutors wanted bail for 26-year-old Taekwon Hughes doubled to $500,000 after new toxicology results showed high levels of marijuana in his system. 2 new counts were added: DUI causing death and DUI causing substantial bodily harm. But the judge said the original $250,000 bail with electronic monitoring, no driving, no drugs or alcohol, already reflects how serious the case is. Outside the court, the girl's mother said she feels the system has failed.
The fact that he has priors, once again, and how tragic this situation is, he just gets to get up and go home and be monitored. That's outrageous to me. You can just kill somebody and go home. It doesn't make sense to me.
A preliminary hearing is set for June 17th.
My hope is that I will one day see my baby. I'll get to hold him and love him as I should have on that day that he should have been born.
It was an emotional day in court as the man convicted of causing the crash that killed an unborn baby was sentenced. Maximiliano Chavez will spend the next 16 to 40 years in prison. He entered a plea agreement in February after crashing into the Doez family at Blue Diamond in Las Vegas Boulevard back in September. Police say he ran a red light at Windmill in Las Vegas Boulevard last September and then slammed into a car making a left turn, then hit 2 more cars and injured about a dozen people. One victim was 29 weeks pregnant. Investigators say her unborn baby later died and her 9-year-old son was also hurt. She spoke in court today as Chavez apologized. He said he hopes to be a better person when he's released. Police say he used marijuana just hours before the crash. Chavez will serve 2 consecutive sentences of 8 to 20 years for the charges of DUI causing substantial bodily harm. The judge also sentenced him to a little over 2 to 6 years for reckless driving. He'll also have to pay $6,000 in fines. The suspect accused of killing a Metro police officer in October of 2022 is now admitting guilt in the deadly shooting. 27-year-old Tyson Hampton was in court today for a change of plea. He originally entered a not guilty plea back in February of 2023. Prosecutors say Hampton fired 18 shots while driving away from a domestic disturbance call, killing Officer Trung Tai. Hampton now faces 28 charges, including murder, attempted murder, and battery. He's scheduled to be sentenced in June. Online learning platforms across Nevada are back up after a global cybersecurity incident took Canvas offline. Canvas services came back online this morning for UNLV, Clark County School District, and NSHE and other Nevada schools after an outage that started Thursday afternoon. The districts warned students and staff to be careful about logging in or clicking suspicious links while the issue is under investigation. Fox 5 continues to cover the massive impact of closures on the state line. The company that owns 3 resorts and 2 gas stations announced it will shut down all operations. Only on Fox 5, we hear from the latest from county officials on the efforts to save businesses and help workers and plan for a worst-case scenario. Now, County Commissioner Chair Michael Knapp says operations are looking to take over gas stations. They're also securing all and any buildings that are left empty.
I can tell you that I've had regular conversations in the last 2 days with Sheriff McMahill, who is leading on this, who is the expert when it comes to protecting this community, and he is prioritizing our strategy moving forward as it relates to protecting that community and all of those abandoned buildings.
344 workers will lose their jobs. Many live in employee housing and have no cars. NAF says social services will be reaching out to workers to connect them with critical resources. It's been nearly 1 week since Spirit Airlines made its final flight, shutting down operations on May 3rd. Now, the sudden move left thousands of passengers stranded and more than 17,000 employees fighting for their next paycheck. According to a notice signed by Spirit Airlines VP of Human Resources, the sudden shutdown is impacting nearly 1,000 workers at Harry Reid, including about 60 captains, 90 first officers, and more than 700 flight attendants. Among them is a flight attendant of nearly 2 decades. This week she should have been celebrating her 20-year anniversary. Instead, she's left wondering how she'll make ends meet. She says hours had been cut as business slowed, but even then she held on to hope right up until the very end.
Basically, we all got an email on at 3 a.m. on the 2nd saying that was it. We're closing the doors. The CEO put out an email saying he thanked us for our service, and basically we've hit that point and there's nothing else we can do, and it's time to close the doors, and thank you for everything, but that was it.
The Nevada Department of Employment, Training and Rehabilitation, through its rapid response team, is working with Spirit Airlines to connect impacted employees with unemployment benefits, health coverage, and job placement services. You can find more information on our website. More than 50,000 Canadians have flocked to downtown Las Vegas in just 3 months, thanks to a promotion at Circa, the D and Golden Gate. The At Par program treats $1 Canadian the same as $1 US on select gaming, hotel, drinks, and entertainment. So far, it has generated more than 5,100 hotel bookings and more than $10 million in slot play. Now, the deal runs through August 31st. With the 30-year of Electric Daisy Carnival about a week away, Metro Police say their top priority is cracking down on drug use and impaired driving in and around the festival. Metro says tens of thousands of people will be hitting to and from Las Vegas Motor Speedway each night, and officers will be watching the roads, parking lots, and clubs for DUIs and drug crimes. They're also warning festival goers about pills and other drugs, saying you may not know what you're really taking, and medical teams will be ready to respond.
As we know, a lot of these festivals, or like you said, the clubs at the different hotels, come with things like drinking, and we want to make sure that those folks have a safe way to get to and from the festival. DUIs is obviously something we're going to be looking out for. NSP, our partners there on the freeway, are going to be looking out for that, and we want to make sure people have a good time that whole weekend.
EDC is set to take place next weekend, May 15th through 17th. New this year, a Thursday night parade that will close the strip from Resorts World to Sahara, plus parts of Sahara from about 5 p.m. to midnight. Coming up, how students step up in Washington during a government shutdown to honor Southern Nevada veterans. Plus, a one-page deal that could change everything in the Middle East, how a draft framework is aimed at restarting peace talks with Iran, and why some experts worry about pausing U.S. military pressure. And later on Fox 5, first-generation graduates beating the odds this week in Las Vegas. We'll show you how one mom is walking the stage and sharing that special moment with her own kindergarten graduate.
You're watching Fox 5 News. Local, Las Vegas.